republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The clerk will please call the roll.
Mr. Hupkey. Mr. Jones.
Here.
Mr. March.
Here.
Mr. Ham.
Here.
Mr. Bowden.
Here.
Mr. Hack.
Here.
You have the minutes of the regular village board meeting from December the 12th, 2016 in your packets. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? If not, a motion to accept them as written.
Motion.
Second? Second. Motion by trustee Jones, seconded by trustee March.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. March.
Yes.
Mr. Ham.
Present.
Mr. Bowden.
Here.
And Mr. Hack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yes. Pay attention.
Approval of accounts payable and payroll. Item A, payroll and accounts payable to be ratified from the 12/26 canceled village board meeting. In the payroll in the amount of $48,263.19 and $2,967.78.
Motion.
Don't forget these.
Okay, those go with that. That's what I was trying to go, just, oh, there it is, okay. And general fund, $69,796.25, general fund, $90.85. Motor fuel tax fund, $2,433.09. Water and sewer fund, $644.10. And water and sewer fund, $30,324.42, giving a total of all funds of $103,488.71.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Motion by trustee Hack, seconded by trustee March.
Mr. Hack.
Yes.
Mr. March.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. Ham.
Yes.
Mr. Bowden.
Yes.
Now, item B, current payroll, pay period ending 12/31/16 in the amount of $44,510.04. Accounts payable, general fund, $24,236.44. Water and sewer fund, $20,912.47, giving a total of all funds of $45,148.91. Any questions on any of the current bills? Not a motion to pay the bills in the payroll.
Motion. Second.
Motion by trustee Bowden, seconded by trustee Ham.
Mr. Bowden.
Yes.
And Mr. Ham.
Yes.
Mr. Hack.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mr. March.
Yes.
Public comment and/or questions on any non-agenda item? We'll go on to reports of committees. In your packet, you have the clerk collector report and the treasurer's report. Are there any questions or discussion on either of those? There's no police chief's report tonight, and there is no engineer's report tonight. No old business, so we'll move on to new business. Item A, business registration, Emily Azzo, doing business as the Styled K9, 120 West Main Street.
Mayor, this is a new business coming into town, and we're kind of excited about it. A lot of people here actually have their canines groomed by them, so it'd be nice to have right down there on Main Street.
Yeah,
We're requesting approval.
Okay. Is there anybody here from this? I think, Mike, you were approached originally about this, weren't you?
Yeah, I got a lead on it, then I went up to their business on Route 50 between here and Monique, and saw our whole operation, and basically told her I think we could find something for her here, and did. And we're doing a little bit of freshening up of the building. And she draws a clientele from 40, 50 miles away. So it's a destination location, which is what we need.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's a young woman, she's got like 13 years' experience, and quite a following from what I understand, so I think it'll be a good addition to our downtown.
Absolutely. Now, it looks like it's going to be all by appointment.
I think it is at this point, yeah. And no overnight
Right.
stays available.
And this is,
They have some build-up to do too, so we'll work with them on
Okay.
inspections.
did they have a timeline on when they were thinking about being open?
I think they want to get open by February 1st.
Okay.
At the latest, so.
So were they doing business right on Route 50?
Yeah, that,
And right by
I don't understand
Silver
exactly
Place?
how that was there, but it, I think that business kind of, I think they quit, I'm not sure. And she worked there, I don't know if she ran it or not.
Yeah, she was worked with the lady, and the lady retired, and she took the business.
They've been there for a long time.
So just south of the moon.
Yes.
on the right-hand side, kind of a gray building.
And this is going to be downtown, 120 West Main Street, where the 30-Minute Fitness
Right.
had previously been. Any other questions or discussion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Motion by trustee Hack, seconded by trustee Jones to approve the business registration application for the Styled Canine.
Mr. Hack?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. March?
Yes.
Mr. Ham?
Yes.
Mr. Bowden?
Yes.
Item B, review draft ordinance amending certain provisions of the Peotone Village Code relative to the alcoholic liquor and licenses. Discussion. So in your packets, you have the draft ordinance of the updates to the liquor code that we've talked about previously. Has everybody had a chance to look that over? Any questions, discussion, concerns? I think what we've, cleaned it up a little bit, gotten rid of one or two classifications.
Three, actually.
Three, okay. And then also have inserted the new fees that have been discussed at committee and also back at the board.
Just the definition for the video gaming cafe, that's kind of past the courts.
I don't know if courts have really looked at it, but it's something that we created. The reason you need to define them separately is restaurant doesn't really fit the definition because we don't have a full menu, we don't have a kitchen.
Right.
They're really just doing these other things. So that's something that we come up with that kind of captures the essence of them.
Good.
Any other questions or discussion? Well, then we will present this on the agenda at the next board meeting for adoption then.
We did not increase the number of licenses available.
No, there is never a license available. That's always created by ordinance
Okay.
at the time. So if somebody relinquishes their license, it automatically gets reduced when that license goes away by number. So there's never an open liquor license available. It always has to be created.
Okay. So we're just to reiterate, we're changing the classifications and narrowing them down in scope a little bit,
Correct,
but not increasing the licenses.
correct.
Got it. Thank you.
And did we are stopping package sales for everybody?
Yes.
At,
I believe that's in the code.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this will be back on the agenda at the last meeting this month for adoption. Item C, Peotone Fire Protection District map amendment, floor and map amendment request regarding Pearl Dodge Outlet to the Planning and Zoning Commission for a public hearing and recommendation. We have with us Chief Schreiber from the Fire District here.
Yeah, basically, I gave you guys a copy of the plat. They are going to be taking that outlot in the back of Pearl, putting up a new fire station. What we're doing is we're going to just be approving or sending to the Planning Commission for zoning. We're not going to require them to do the subdivision work because they are a public entity and they don't have to do all the subdivision work. So the only thing that'll come back to you from the Planning Commission is a recommendation of the zoning, which will be P zoning and public zoning. So really just cut and dried, straightforward, but you have to refer it to the Planning Commission from here.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Motion by trustee March, seconded by trustee Jones to refer the Peotone Fire Protection District map amendment to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Mr. March?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Hack?
Yes.
Mr. Bowden?
Yes.
Mr. Ham?
Yes.
And when will that be?
It's the last Wednesday of the month, so you'll have it at your first meeting in February.
Do you have anything, Chief?
That we need to be in attendance to or no?
You need, I would recommend you come to the planning and zoning meeting, just in case they have any questions.
Okay.
You'd be able to answer better what you were thinking than I can. Yeah, so. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, straightforward, but, you know, there's always a question somewhere along the line. And I would think it might be even about the ingress and egress, so, just so you can answer those questions. Yep. Other than that, it should be pretty cut and dry.
How long has this been, Steve?
It's been a long time. It's been something that's, and I think that's something I think we need to recognize that the fire district is looking at putting up Station 2. You know, this is what's being built out by Pearls, and that's going to give us an opportunity to have an ambulance on each side of the tracks, which has always been, you know, a concern. It was a concern when the fire station was here, and then it's a concern when the fire station is there, because you get those trains that come through town, you know, and God forbid a train breaks down and blocks the crossings and delays any kind of a response. So we're going to have an engine and an ambulance on the other side, on the east side, as well as the Station 1 on the west side. So I think it's a great thing for the fire protection district and for the village. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. Okay, item D, intergovernmental agreement to establish Laraway Communications Center, an agreement with Will County to establish a consolidated dispatch center. So in your packets, you have a copy of the intergovernmental agreement and also the PSAP agreement with Laraway Communications Center, and then there's also a copy of the Will County lease agreement in there. So this has been, you know, an ongoing topic. I've tried to keep you guys, you know, updated on what's happening with it. Well, where we're at now is they are asking by the end of this month that we sign the intergovernmental agreement that this is going to be forming Laraway. And what this is the consolidation of Eastcom along with Lincoln Way and a couple other entities, Romeoville and Sure.
What sheriff?
Is Sheriff, yes. But isn't, and Braidwood is in there also. So it's actually 31 agencies consolidating. Looking at the numbers, you know, our rate will be going down, we'll be saving money along with this consolidation as far as the dispatch fees initially. One of the problems, or one of the concerns that I have, but it's really not anything we can get around, is we're basically locking in for 20 years. If you opt out before that 20-year period, you're going to be on the hook, you know, for a certain dollar amount. But we really have no place else to go. The fire district is also going to Laraway, and I think it's important that we are together. I think it's a good thing.
Was this the thing that was mandated by the state?
Correct. So the consolidation of these PSAP centers was mandated by the state of Illinois. So we had to consolidate down to the maximum of 3 in the county. And the city of Joliet is going nowhere. And then Westcom is the other large dispatch entity that already exists. So that meant that Laraway, or Lincoln Way, and Eastcom really were kind of forced to look at consolidating together, and then it all came back to a discussion with the county to also consolidate with the sheriff. So Will County is building a new building at this time at Laraway and 52. And part of that is going to be this dispatch center. So that lease agreement that you see in there is the lease agreement between Laraway, the new Laraway dispatch, and the county. So the village will not be paying that lease, it'll be Laraway paying it, but, you know, we will be paying it as part of the fee going forward, if that all makes sense.
Steve, how did they break that down? Is it by population or by calls or both? Because I know they have all of it in here.
The fee, the dollar amount, it's, I think, both. I mean, it's more call volume than, go ahead, Chief, you got it.
I want to say the police side is much different than the fire side.
Right.
The police side is by, there's population, but there's also calls, and there was one other thing, I can't remember offhand. But
the breakdown is 85% police and 15% fire.
Yeah, and that's actually, it's, police cost is based on 33% population and 67% on PSAP-generated costs. And like I said, the fire is a little bit different. Initially, the numbers that came back were crazy. We were not, yeah, I know, I just found it again. I knew I saw it someplace. But really, initially, the numbers that came back, we were gonna be paying more. On the fire side especially.
300%
Yeah, it was crazy. And then they came back and they reworked the numbers and represented the numbers. And so now most everybody are going to see a cost savings. There's a couple of entities that are going to be paying a little bit more, but at the end of the day, I think everybody is pretty much stuck. So I just wanted you guys to have an opportunity to look at this. At the next meeting, we will have to adopt this intergovernmental agreement. I wanted legal to have a chance to look it over also. But really, when we adopt that intergovernmental agreement, we're also, signing on to this PSAP agreement. So this leads to this. In there, they talk about winning 10%, I think it is, to startup money this year. One of the discussions at the last EastCom meeting we had was EastCom's going to look at paying that. There's money in savings at EastCom that we have been saving to build a new dispatch center for EastCom, because EastCom is dispatched out of the Crete Police Station right now. So it was always the desire to build a new dispatch center. But since that is not going to happen, that money now is being used to look at doing some different things, paying off. There's a note on some Starcom radios for the police side, so that's going to be paid off. We're looking at updating some T1 lines to microwave, which is going to be necessary even when we go to Laraway. So spending down some of that EastCom money to take care of some of those things. And then possibly that 10% startup. Talked with the chief, and he's planning on budgeting that anyway, just in case we need to come up with it.
We don't have any option, do we?
We don't. There's really no other option out there. EastCom, and especially Mike Einhorn, the chairman of EastCom, really did a lot of research and a lot of digging and a lot of looking at different things and talking to different people. And I don't see another option.
But this is going to be less money and better service.
It's going to be less money and hopefully better service. I think, or at least equal service. It's going to be a whole new thing. You're going to be dispatching 31 different agencies. It's a big.
It's going to be a big center.
It's going to be a big center.
And you said
When does this start?
We're probably looking 2018.
Okay. You said if we did opt out, there would be a financial.
Correct. It's in there somewhere.
But why, and what would you do if you opted out?
Well, we're kind of small, so they may not even, the state may not even let us.
Right.
Number one. Number two, all that digital radios and things that this center's gonna have to put in, you would be required to put in, and for an operation here, it would probably be about $500,000 just in equipment.
Oh, absolutely.
And
We would not want to opt out, that I can see in the foreseeable future. And the rates, one of the concerns down the road is if we go to a collective bargaining situation, the rates may, of course, go up. But, this is all based on numbers, dispatch salaries and so forth that have.
Are we locked in on these rates for any length of time?
Probably 2 years, I think,
Yes,
before we'd be
right.
looking at any kind of collective bargaining.
But the rates go up across the, everybody.
Oh, yeah, it would be spread through
Proportional.
31 agencies, absolutely.
It would not be 300%. It
No.
might be 3%, 5%,
Right.
10% at the most.
So,
And we're starting off with a 20% cost savings as it is.
correct. Right. So this will be coming back again in second meeting in January for adoption, as long as legal takes a look at it and doesn't have any major concerns. Any other questions? All right. Questions of the press? Correspondence, communications, and petitions. Motion Motion to adjourn.
Water bills are due.
Water bills are due. Thank
End
you.
of the month.
Dog license.
Dog licenses also.
End of February.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Motion by trustee Bowden, seconded by trustee Hack.
Mr. Bowden?
Yes.
Mr. Peck?
Yes.
Mr. Hanson?
Yes.
Mr. March?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Meeting is adjourned.